Welcome. Good to see you. I want to welcome you to the Way of Mastery. I'm Earl Purdy here on Facebook Live, and that ain't no jive. And I'm here to go through some of the most powerful channel material that you could ever want to hear. It's called the Way of Mastery. And in this Facebook Live presentation, we're going to cover only you have the power to create your experience. We're going to do only you have the power to create your experience on page 161. Page 161 in the Way of Transformation, lesson 13 on page 161. Only you have the power to create your experience. And we're going to cover that. And we're going to get centered right now. We're going to let ourselves get centered right now. So take a breath. And I want you to remember only this. 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 These are the guidelines. Remember only this. You need not believe the ideas. You need not believe the ideas. You need not accept the ideas. You need not accept the ideas. You need not even welcome the ideas. You need not even welcome the ideas. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of these ideas in the Way of Mastery you may actively resist. Some of these ideas 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 you will find hard to believe. Listen to me now. Some of these ideas you may find hard to believe. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Some of these ideas you may find hard to believe, and others may seem to be quite startling. And some of these ideas may seem to be quite startling. Some of these ideas may seem to be quite startling. Listen to me now. Some of the ideas will and may be hard to believe. But listen. You are not asked to analyze the ideas at all. You are not being asked to analyze the ideas at all. You are not being asked to judge the ideas at all. The use of the ideas will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Their use will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Their use will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. You have to use it. You have to use it. Using the ideas will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. So we're going to do a section in Hello Mighty Companions. It's so good to see you. It's good to be here with you. You know, I really love going into sanity with you. I really love having these opportunities to go into sanity with you. And I wear this robe symbolically so that it would give you the message that, you know, we can just chill. We can just cool out and let ourselves receive the truth. The content of what I'm saying is more important than what I'm wearing. And in the way of mastery, the way of transformation, in lesson 13, which is You Are Unlimited Spirit, I'm going to cover a section as much as I can that's called Only You Have the Power to Create Your Experience, on page 161. That's right, Kim, just chilling. That's what I want all of you to do. Just relax and listen. So I'm going to cover the first paragraph, and then we're going to go back and we're going to see what is it that we need to remember, because I'm the divine repetition teacher. My function is to help people hear this and remember this, not analyze it, but to hear it and remember it. So here we go. Listen carefully, listen carefully, listen carefully. No one has the power to create your experience. No one has the power to create what happens to you. No one has the power to create your experience. No one has the power to limit your experience. No one has the power to limit your experience. No one has the power to limit your experience. And nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written. Nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written that you must conform your experience to the choices of another. Nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written that you must conform your experience to the choices of another. You remain free. You remain free to freely choose, to be the embodiment of Christ. You remain free to freely choose to be the embodiment of love, which is Christ. You are the one who can bless creation. You are the one who can bless creation. It begins when you are willing to assume responsibility. It begins. Your freedom begins when you are willing to assume responsibility for what you want to use time for. Do you know that you have to assume responsibility for what you want to use time for? So what did we hear? What's true about your experience? Nobody has the power to create your experience. Nobody else has the power to create what happens to you. Nobody else has the power to create how you see things. Nobody else really and truly have the power to limit your experience. Do you know that no one can limit your experience except you? No one can limit your experience except you. No one can limit your experience except you. No one can limit your experience except you. And nowhere, do you know that nowhere in the laws of God is it written that you have to conform to what somebody else wants you to do? You don't have to conform to anybody else's choices about you and what you are supposed to do. So, what are you? What are you? You are free. And what are you free to do? You are free to choose to be the embodiment of Christ. So yeah, a person is free. I'm free, but I'm free to choose to be the embodiment of love. I want to be the embodiment of Christ. I want to be the embodiment of love. You are free, but you're free to choose to be the embodiment of love. You are free to choose to be the embodiment of love. So what is it that you are free to choose to be? You are free to choose to be the embodiment of love. You are free to choose to be the embodiment of love. You are free to choose to be the embodiment of love. So what does that mean? It means that you are the one who can bless creation. That's what it means. Do you know what it means? It means that you are the one who can bless creation. You're the one who can bless everything. You are the one who can bless everyone. You're the one that can bless creation. But you won't be able to bless creation until you do what? What is it that you have to do to be able to bless creation? What is it you have to be able to do to bless creation? What is it that you have to be able to do to bless creation? You have to be willing. So what is it that you need to be willing to do? What is it that you need to be willing to do to bless creation? What is it that you must be willing to do to bless creation? What is it that you must be willing to do to bless creation? You must be willing to assume responsibility. You must be willing to assume responsibility. You must be willing to assume responsibility if you want to bless creation. So you have to assume responsibility if you want to bless creation. And what is it that you must assume responsibility for? What is it that you must assume responsibility for? You must be willing to assume responsibility for what you use time for. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to make sure I hear this. Okay, so the first thing that we were told, what was it? We were told that nobody has the power to limit your experience. Nobody has the power to create your experience. And that nobody can control your choices. And that you remain free to become the embodiment of love. And that you can bless creation. But you can't bless creation until you're willing to do what? Assume 100% responsibility for how you use your time. Assume 100% responsibility for what you use time for. It's so good to see my mighty companions online. Don't forget to share this video. And Kim says, I don't have to conform to other people's experiences or what other people want you to do. And Kim also says, I am free to be the embodiment of love. I'm just going over some of the comments. And Jim says, I am the one that is able to bless creation. I am the one able to bless everyone. That's right. And Phoenix says, I am the embodiment of love. Another comment is, I am willing to assume 100% responsibility for what I use time for. And another comment is, I have to be willing to take full responsibility for what I choose to use time for. And Emily says, I am responsible for my choices. That's great. That's awesome. So let's look at, we're on page 161 in the Way of Mastery and the Way of Transformation. We're in the section, only you have the power to create your experience. So I'm going to read the next paragraph. Remember, we want to hear it and remember it so we can use it. Take a breath. In truth, you are doing it anyway. What are you doing? You are responsible for how you use time. You are always using time for exactly what you are choosing. You are always using time for exactly what you are choosing. You are always using time for exactly what you are choosing. You are not surviving. You are not surviving. You are not trying to get things done that the world is requiring. Never is anything occurring except that you are having an awareness of the effects of how you are choosing to use consciousness, and that's all. The only thing that's ever, do you know that the only thing that's ever occurring is you are having awareness of the effects of how you're choosing to use your consciousness. You are experiencing the effects of how you are choosing to use your consciousness. Do you know that what you are experiencing is the result of how you are choosing to use your consciousness? Every area of your life, what you are experiencing is how you are choosing to use your consciousness. In every area of your life, what is occurring is you are having awareness of the effects of how you are choosing to use consciousness, and that is all. Here is where the way of transformation begins. Where does the way of transformation begin? Ultimately, it is also where the way of transformation ends. But what is the difference? The difference will be that you will no longer even want to choose anything that speaks of limitation. You're going to get to the point on your spiritual path that you will no longer even want to choose anything that limits you. You are going to get to the place on your spiritual path that you won't want to choose anything that limits you. You're going to get to the point on your spiritual path that you don't want to choose anything that limits you. And that's where the way of transformation begins, and also is ultimately where the way of transformation ends. But when you really change and really change your mind, then you will no longer even want to choose anything that speaks of limitation. When you really change your consciousness, how will you be able to tell when you have changed your mind? How will you be able to tell when you have changed your mind? How will you be able to tell when you have changed your mind? When you have changed your mind, you won't choose anything that limits you. You won't choose a thought that limits you. You won't choose a relationship that limits you. You won't choose a circumstance that limits you. That's how you know that you have begun the way of transformation. Even though the body mind that you once identified as yourself, even though the body mind that you once identified as yourself, even though the body that you think of as yourself, even though it still seems to be moving about in space and time, even though it still will look like you're in a body moving around, even though it will still look like you're in a body moving around, you won't even look at the body and say mine. Do you know you're going to get to the point that you stop saying my body? You're going to get to the point when you begin to wake up spiritually that you will no longer look at the body and say the word mine. You will simply say, you are going to get to the point that you are going to simply say that the body mind, this is what your separate identity is called. It's called the body mind. It's the mind that thinks it's in a body. The body mind is the mind that thinks it's in a body. The body mind is the mind that thinks it's in a body. You're going to get to the point that you're going to say, this body mind is a temporary communication device. So let's say it. The body is a temporary communication device. The body is a temporary communication device. Say it. So let's say it to ourselves right now. The body mind is a temporary communication device. The body 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 is a what? The body is a temporary communication device. Take a breath and let that sink in. Matter of fact, touch the body, touch the body, touch the body, and say, the body is a temporary communication device. 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 Brought forth from the ocean of my unlimited self. Brought forth from the ocean of my unlimited self. So I'll tell you, do you know what your body mind is? The body is a temporary communication device that has been brought forth from the ocean of your unlimited self. And you've done that. You have brought a body. Your unlimited self has produced a body, what? A multitude of times in a multitude of universes. Do you know that your unlimited self has produced a body countless times? Do you know that you have had a body countless times? That you've had countless different bodies? That your unlimited self, do you know that your body is a temporary communication device that has been brought forth by your unlimited self, and that you have had hundreds and millions and just tons, many bodies. You have had a body a multitude of times in a multitude of universes. This isn't the first time that you've had a body. This isn't the first time that you have had a body. This isn't the first time that you've had a body. This isn't the first time that you have had a body. So what's the big deal? What's the big deal? The Way of Mastery says, you've had a body, you've had countless bodies. Your unlimited self has produced countless bodies. And all of the bodies, every body that you've ever had, has been a temporary communication device. So what's the big deal? So you got another body. What's the big deal? So do you know that you have another body? What's the big deal? You produced a countless number of bodies in a multitude of universes. So what's the big deal? The body is a communication device, but it's a temporary communication device. That's why the body appears to be born, and that's why the body appears to die. It's because the body is a temporary communication device that has been produced by your unlimited self, and it's done that many times. Your consciousness is going to do what? It says your consciousness will literally shift. Your consciousness will 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 take a new perspective. Your consciousness will take a new perspective. So what does it mean to have a consciousness shift? What does it mean to have a consciousness shift? It means that your consciousness will take on a new perspective. When you have a consciousness shift, it means that you have a new perspective. So, what would be the new perspective that you will have? Do you want to know what the new perspective is that you will have when you have a consciousness shift? Would you like to know the new perspective that you will have when you have a consciousness shift? You will know that you are pure spirit. When your consciousness has shifted and you have a new perspective, you will know that you have a new perspective because of what? You will know that you are pure spirit. So you haven't had a consciousness shift until you have a new perspective. I say you have not had a consciousness shift until you have a new perspective. And what is the new perspective? And what is the new perspective? What is the new perspective? It will be you knowing that you are spirit. Not only you are spirit, you are pure spirit. You are pure spirit. Do you know that you are pure spirit? You are pure spirit. That's what you are. You are pure spirit. You do not abide in time at all. In your true spiritual identity, do you know that you are not in time and space at all? In your spiritual identity. So what does that mean? Your spiritual identity is not in time and space. Your spiritual identity is beyond time and space. Your spiritual identity is beyond time. Your spiritual identity is beyond time. It says right here, and you will know that you are pure spirit, that you do not abide in time at all, that you can simply delight in utilizing the body-mind as a communication device. You can utilize your body and utilize your body-mind as a communication device. You can utilize your body-mind as a communication device. So let's say that. Remember, we want to do this together. So we want to feel this, we want to remember this, because it's about remembering it. So what are we going to say right now? I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. Take a breath. I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. Say it, please. I am pure spirit. We are pure spirit. We are pure spirit. Let that integrate all the way through you. Let that integrate. Feel that. Feel that. Get out of your head. Get out of your head and just tell yourself the truth. So let's do it. Here we go. We are pure spirit. We are pure spirit. Let's say it, mighty companions. We are pure spirit. Let's say it for all of us. We are pure spirit. We are pure spirit. We are pure spirit. Then say it for yourself. I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. You are pure spirit. You are pure spirit. So you are pure spirit, utilizing your body as a temporary communication device. You are pure spirit, and your unlimited spiritual self has produced many, many physical bodies to be used as a temporary learning device. And what is it that the body is supposed to be helping you learn? That you are pure spirit, that nobody can limit you, that nobody can limit your experience. You are supposed to be using your body as a temporary learning device so that you can learn that no one can limit you and no one can create your experience for you. You're supposed to be using your body to learn exactly what you are learning right now. Using your body to learn what you are learning right now is the proper use of the body, and it will heal the body. You're using your body to remember that you are pure spirit and that you have produced a body through your unlimited self. And this body is a temporary learning device. And you have had many, many bodies. And so it's no big deal. Emily says, I am pure spirit. Jim says, my pure spirit identified is beyond these ideas of time and space. Phoenix says, we are all pure spirit. Amen. Comments. All of the comments are about reinforcing the ideas. My dear companions, I cannot emphasize enough. Analyzing the truth, thinking that you got to understand everything about it, that's not going to give you the miracles of healing and the joy and the love and the fulfillment that you are seeking. It's not going to come out of trying to use your regular mind that you use every day in the world to try to understand this. One thing I'm sure of is that there's a time in your spiritual evolution that it's time for you to wake up. Just like there's a time you definitely go into puberty, there's also a time that you definitely go into the awakening process. And if a person is not in puberty, then they're not in puberty. And you can't talk them into being into puberty, right? You can't talk a child into going through puberty. They're either in puberty or not. So the same thing is true about us. You can't talk a person into being ready to study what we're studying. You can't talk a person into valuing metaphysical spiritual truth and the awakening process. Either you're ready to hear stuff like this, or you're not ready to hear stuff like this. You're either ready to let go of your analytical mind for a minute and know that you're more than just a woman or a man trying to make it in the world. If you're ready, you will know it's time for you to hear something that is much deeper. And so that's why I'm here. I'm here to support those who have already reached the point that they're ready to wake up to who they really are beyond what the world has taught. And some people just aren't ready for this level of awakening yet. And I could talk until I was blue in the face, and I could answer 300 questions for that person, and they still would not get anything that I was talking about. Because if you're not ready to learn at this level of consciousness, then you're just not right now. But the most important thing that you can do is remember the new thought system. And this is a new way of thinking. And we have to remember this way of thinking. We have to remember what? You have to remember that your body is a temporary learning device. You must remember that no one else is responsible for your experience. You must remember that no one and nothing can limit you but you. It's about remembering these ideas. In the next paragraph, it says, when you get on your airplane and you travel to some distant shore, to a place that you are enjoying being in, you are still using the body-mind as a communication device between you and the earth, between you and other creations that have come forth from other minds. Whether it is a beautiful building or a beautiful painting, all that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. No matter what you experience, all that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. The only thing that you're ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. It's on page 162, right at the top. It says, whether it's a beautiful building or a beautiful painting, all that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. Do you know that the only thing that you're ever experiencing is something that you have attracted to yourself? Do you know that whatever you are experiencing, it's always something that you have drawn to yourself? How did you draw it to yourself? You drew that experience to yourself through the medium of the body. So whatever you are experiencing right now, you have drawn it to yourself through the medium of your body. No matter what experience that you have in your life right now, no matter what that experience is, don't beat yourself up, don't blame yourself. I know you might feel some resistance when you hear this, but this is not blaming you. This is empowering you. This is saying that you are not some little helpless victim. So if you were the one who drew it to yourself, you're the one who can allow yourself to have a healed perception of it. So let's hear it. We don't have to believe it. We don't have to accept it. We don't have to welcome it. We're just at the stage that we want to really hear it. And so what are we being told? We are being told that all that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself through the medium of the body. So whatever you've drawn to yourself, do you know what it is? Whatever you've drawn to yourself, let me tell you what it is. Whatever you've drawn to yourself, it's an experience, and that's all. So what are you having? Whatever you drawn to yourself through the medium of your body, you have just drawn to yourself an experience. It's just an experience. It's just an experience. It's just an experience. This experience is just an experience. This experience is just an experience. This experience, whatever it is just an experience. That experience is just an experience. That, you know what I'm talking about when I said that experience? It's just an experience. That's all. That's all. It's just an experience, and that is all. So what did you have all day? All day you had experiences. Today you had experiences. All day what you had, the thing that you had is an experience. This is an experience. All you've been having all day is experiences. All you ever have is just experiences. All you have is just experiences. So I want to make sure that we heard that. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body. It is an experience, and that is all. Anything that you are going through is an experience. It's just an experience. Now, you can judge it as good or you can judge it as bad, but it is just an experience. You can judge it as loving and you can judge it as fearful, but it is just an experience. You can judge it as innocent or you could judge it as guilty, but it is just an experience. You can judge it as joyful or you can judge it as painful, but it is just an experience. You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. Do you know that you are the unlimited one? You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. Do you hear me now? You are the unlimited one. I say you are the unlimited one. 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 Where are you as the unlimited one? You are the one who is in the driver's seat. Your unlimited self is in the driver's seat, not your ego self, not your little bitty small self. Your true self is in the driver's seat. The divine self is in the driver's seat. Your unlimited self is in the driver's seat. You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. I am the unlimited one. I am the unlimited one. Take this opportunity while we're together live, and even if you're listening to the replay, and say, I am the unlimited one. I am the unlimited one. I am the unlimited one. You're the one who's in the driver's seat. You're the one. Your true self, your real self is in the driver's seat. Your real self, it's in the driver's seat. So say to yourself, all that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself. And do you know that you can draw love to yourself? You can draw abundance to yourself. You can draw peace and fun and joy to yourself. You can draw God to yourself. You can draw peace to yourself. You can draw unlimited happiness to yourself. All that you are ever experiencing is something that you have drawn to yourself through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body, through the medium of the body. Whatever you're going through right now, it's an experience, and that is all. Whatever happened today, whatever happened in your childhood, whatever's going to happen tomorrow, it is just an experience. It's just an experience. You're the one that determines how you're going to see it. It's neutral. It's an experience. But you are the unlimited one. You're the one that's unlimited. You are the one that's unlimited. You are the one that's unlimited. You are the one. You are the one. You are the one that is unlimited. Your real self is in the driver's seat. Your real self is in the driver's seat. You are the unlimited one. Take a breath. I'm going to do a really powerful review of this section. Thank you for tuning into my teaching ministry with the Way of Mastery. If you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation or donation to the teaching ministry that I have, just go to www.earlpurdy.com. Thank you for sharing with me at earlpurdy.com. You can also use Venmo using my email, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. I'm available for one-on-one sessions. I have been an astrologer and a numerologist dealing with soul purpose, astrology and numerology, which can tell you the divine plan in terms of how you physically act that out in this world. Whatever you are going through, there's an answer available to you. I call what I do clarity sessions. So go to my website, earlpurdy.com. It will explain my clarity sessions in detail. And you can self-book right there on my website. If you want to be aware of all the workshops and classes and different things that I'm doing, then sign up for my contact list and for sure follow the Earl Purdy page. On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I do a Facebook Live called Hardcore A Course in Miracles, Hardcore Course in Miracles, 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Thursdays. On Sundays, I do A Course in Miracles on Facebook Live and in front of a live group. And that's 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And all of these are on the Earl Purdy page, the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, just go to www.facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. If you don't have a Facebook account and you want to watch these live presentations that I do, just go to www.Facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. And also have a ton of free videos on my website and also on YouTube. So we're going to do the divine remembering. Let me see a few of. I'm so glad that you all. I just want to take a minute to tell you that I'm so grateful that you all come online live and join with each other, because I can feel that energy when we're all together. Can't you feel it? And don't forget to listen to the replay. Watch it, replay it over and over again, over and over again. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Because it takes more than one time to really get this and to let yourself hear it. And either you're ready for it or you're not. So I'm going to go back through it. Okay, are you ready? I'm the divine repetition teacher, so let's go. Let's jam it on out so we can hear it. Listen carefully, listen carefully. No one has the power to create your experience. No one has the power to create your experience. No one has the power to create your experience. No one has the power to limit your experience. No one has the power to limit your experience. Nowhere in the laws of God, nowhere in the laws of God, nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written that you don't have to conform. You don't have to conform. You don't have to conform your experience. You don't have to conform. You don't have to conform. You don't have to conform your experience to the choices of another. You don't have to do what someone else is telling you to do. You don't have to do what someone else is telling you to do. You do not have to do what someone else is telling you to do. You don't have to do what someone else is telling you to do. You remain free. Say it to yourself, I remain free. I remain free. Say it with me, I remain free. 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 Say it to yourself, I remain free. I remain free. I remain free. I remain free. You remain free. You remain free. You remain free to freely choose. Choose to be the embodiment of Christ. Choose to be the embodiment of love. Choose to be the embodiment of Christ. Choose to be the embodiment of love. Choose to be the embodiment of Christ. Choose to be the embodiment of love. Choose to be the embodiment of Christ. Choose to be the embodiment of love. You are the one who can bless creation. You are the one that can bless creation. You are the one who can bless creation. You are the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation. Let's say it together now. I am the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation right now. I am the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation. I am the one who can bless creation right now. You are the one who can bless creation. You are the one who can bless creation. You are the one who can bless creation right now. You are the one who can bless creation. We are the ones who can bless creation. We are the ones who can bless creation right now. We are the ones who can bless creation. We are the ones who can bless creation. We are the ones who can bless creation right. Say it with me. We are the ones who can bless creation. We are the ones who can bless creation. We are the ones who can bless creation right now. We are the ones who can bless creation right now. Do you know that you are blessing creation? Do you know that you are doing it anyway? Do you know that you are always using time for exactly what you are choosing to use time for? You are not surviving. Do you know that the only thing that's happening to you right now is that you are having awareness of the effects of how you are choosing to use your consciousness? You are experiencing the effects of how you use your consciousness. I am experiencing the effects of how I use my consciousness. I am experiencing the effects of how I use my consciousness. I am experiencing the effects of how I am using my consciousness. I am experiencing the effects of how I am using my consciousness. Do you know that you are experiencing the effects of how you're using your consciousness? You are experiencing the effects of how you use your consciousness. And that's all. This is where the way of transformation begins. I don't even want to choose anything that speaks of limitation. I don't want to choose anything that speaks of limitation. I don't want to, even though it sounds like a double negative, say it anyway. Say it anyway, you know what I mean. I don't want to choose anything that speaks of limitation. I will not choose anything that speaks of limitation. I will not choose anything that speaks of limitation. You will not choose anything that speaks of limitation. Say it. You will not choose anything that speaks of limitation. Don't choose anything that speaks of limitation. The body is a temporary learning device. The body is a temporary communication 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 device. And don't you forget that the Way of Mastery said that your body was produced by your unlimited self produced the body. Your unlimited self produced the body. Your unlimited self has produced many bodies. You have had many bodies. You have had many bodies, a multitude of bodies. And it's no big deal to have a body. It's no big deal to have a body. Your unlimited self has produced the body. And it's no big deal to have a body. You've had many, many, many bodies. And the body is what? A temporary communication device. Take a breath. Your consciousness will shift. My consciousness is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting. Say it. My consciousness is shifting. My consciousness is shifting. Our consciousness is shifting. Our consciousness is shifting. Our consciousness is shifting. Our consciousness is shifting. My consciousness is shifting. My consciousness is shifting. My consciousness is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting because you now have a new perspective. And your new perspective is the realization that you are pure spirit. Say it. I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. I am innocent spirit. Say that. Go. I am innocent spirit. 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 You are innocent spirit. You are innocent spirit. You are innocent spirit. We are innocent spirit. We are innocent spirit. We are innocent spirit. Say it with me. I am innocent spirit. Claim it with feeling. I am innocent spirit. Do you know that that is the new perspective. That is the shift in consciousness, is you recognizing you are pure spirit. You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. Do you know that you are the unlimited one? You are the unlimited one. I am say it to yourself. I am the unlimited one. I am the unlimited one. Claim it. I am the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. You are the unlimited one. We are the unlimited ones. We are the unlimited ones. Say it. We are the unlimited ones. No one can limit me. 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 No one can limit you. 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 You are the unlimited one. Tosh, 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 you are the unlimited one. Mighty companions, I love you so much. I love you. I love you. You can improve yourself by doing exactly what you heard in this presentation. The whole presentation was about how to improve yourself. That's what we have covered. So just listen back to what was said and say that to yourself. And say it to yourself until you have accepted it as true. Your understanding is not a powerful contribution to the truth. Just use the ideas. Use the idea that nobody can limit you. No one can limit your experience. That everything that's happening to you is coming from your own use of your own consciousness. And then use your consciousness in a new way, which means changing your perspective and recognizing that you are pure spirit having a human experience. So mighty companions, I love you. I appreciate you. Share this video, share this video, share this video, please, please. And I will see you next time.